Dealing with the loss of a loved one is a feeling beyond words. First, I want to pay my respects and say I'm sorry for your loss. It may not help at all, but please know that I truly feel for you. As someone who has lost someone dear to them, I understand how big the absence they leave feels. One of the most important things to remember is that you don't have to deal with it all alone. Reach out to someone, or write all the things you're thinking about down. Sharing helps relieve the body of some stress. And also, please do not be afraid to seek professional help if needed. Taking care of yourself is crucial. Grief can be exhausting physically and emotionally. I recommend going for walks in nature, listening to music that makes you feel good, or read a new book. But you gotta do something. You have to start moving your molecules. We can't let the grief of the loss take away from the beauty that the person left behind. That person would not want you to be sad that they are gone. They would want you to focus on the now and focus on you until you meet them again. Life is finite and it is not guaranteed. But that is what makes life so much more beautiful, and that's why it hurts so much more bad when someone we love is unable to experience it anymore. I, unfortunately, am no stranger to the loss of a loved one and the impacts it leaves on a family and the surrounding loved ones. Their passing is a reminder that this life is short and is certainly not given. So with all this, how do we cope and move on? Well, there's no right way or answer, just as there are multiple ways of solving a puzzle. It's about what works for you, and you're going to need to experiment to find things that work. Cope is not the right word to use because basically it says that it continues to hurt us. And moving on makes it feel like you're not loving them anymore. Well, let me introduce to you the way I look at death and how the people we lose may be gone in the physical, but they're still around, just in different ways. A slight detour, but it has purpose. One of my favorite mangas / animes is Jujutsu Kaisen. And spoiler alert, lots of characters that are close to the main character end up dying. And dealing with death is one of the main things Yuji Itadori is dealing with. One of Yuji's senseis meets his end right in front of Yuji. Then another one of Yuji's friends seems to get killed in front of him. So Yuji spirals, and he becomes hopeless in his mind and his ideals, and in turn, he shuts down while fighting the person that killed his sensei and his friend. Then a character named Todo steps in and saves Yuji. But he says something to Yuji that stuck with me so hard. Obviously the context is completely different, we're not Jujutsu sorcerers, but the meaning remains the same. He tells Yuji, as long as we're alive, our friends who died haven't been defeated. Attempting to find meaning in the deaths of the fallen can at times defile the memories of those that we have lost. I interpret this as long as we are still alive, as long as we still have the memories of those we have lost, they are truly not gone. They live with us, in the memories we'll hold with them, and in the memories of everyone who ever knew them. It can be so hard to find the drive to even want to move when you lost someone you loved. But I honestly believe the best way to get over the loss is to try not to. All you can do now is live every day and all your actions for them. To look at sunrises and sunsets for the purpose that you can and they can't. I want you to try to gain a story and live your life to the fullest until you join them again, so you can tell them everything that they missed. You may not be able to talk to them face to face, but you can still talk to them. You can talk to the person you lost as if they are in the wind, in the clouds, and in the warmth of the sun. We humans have energy. We can't see it, but we can feel it. When you get warm when you're angry, or you get tense when you're stressed. When you love someone, you hold a piece of their energy. So please understand, as long as you remember that person's smile, their laugh, their presence, they are truly never gone, because they will always be within you. I want to say that I'm genuinely sorry for what you may be going through, and I hope this video helps you out in some way. Dealing with the loss of a loved one is not something you just deal with. Unfortunately, there may never be a time where you're over their absence. Instead, You just get more and more comfortable with them being gone. But I hope my way of looking at loss steers you away from trying to get over their loss, but instead of trying to live every day and every moment for the one you lost. Because like I said before, that person lives on through the memories they made with every person they ever came in contact with. I'm not telling you to not be sad, but don't stand still. You got a story to craft to tell that person what they missed. If you have any advice or want to share in the comments your thoughts on the loss of a loved one or how to deal with it, go for it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day or night. As always, it's been Blue.